Well, hello. Welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging. I hit the wrong button, and so you see us immediately. Normally there would be music and stuff, but anyway, welcome, Adventures in Lollygagging. We're playing more Coriolis tonight, yeah, how we doing? We doing good? We doing all right? Everyone okay?
What's up?
I went to hit the play button, and it was about to play the trailer for our Wondering show, and I realized I had forgot to change that setting, so I had to switch that.
Whoopsie.
So now we're here, live, playing Coriolis. We're continuing Flowers of Algorab. We got our second episode up here, and so let's do a quick roundtable of who you're playing. And as you're telling us who you're playing, question for you. I gave you all kind of homework, sort of. What do you have any family? And specifically, do you have any family that might live in Ship City, right? Especially that might be interesting. So who am I start with? Melissa, you're looking down, so that's a perfect time to pull you into this conversation. Melissa, who you playing? Start there, and then do you have any family for Rador?
So I am playing Rador Fizrami. She is an esoteric, and she has the specialty of bird warden. So I get to have Pyrex as kind of my companion that kind of travels along with us as well. But I have lots of family. So I've decided that new characters that I'm going to be playing, I'm going to be doing lots and lots of family. So this is a very large gathering of folks that kind of all live together. So all of the, cousins, aunts, uncles, all of the thing. Close, enmeshed.
Yeah. That's great, because you're putting, if you have enough of them, you won't feel bad if something bad happens to them per se, because you have others to reload with, right?
It just feels like if I am in some way involved in any of something bad happening to any of those, it's going to be 65 versions of a guilt trip that come instead of, maybe just 2 or 3.
Do you have any particular family members that you might want to call out right now? I'm just kind of curious, because I know, aren't you from the far colonies? Isn't that was that your origin?
Yes.
You, I think. So yeah. you have some family here on Ship City. So is there any specific family member, like a cousin, uncle, aunt, something like that you might communicate with somewhat regularly?
I name TBD, but I will say that this was, kind of a en masse kind of traveling of the family. And so I would say that I definitely have a similarly aged cousin that we, kind of there's so many people that you kind of get grouped. So I'm going to say that I'm probably closest to one cousin, and then I would say that there's probably a kind of much younger cousin that is sort of the always looks up to, always kind of tagging behind kind of relationship. So
okay,
that's what I got.
Right. Okay, excellent. Long, who you playing? And same question to you. Do you have any family? Does Richter have any family on Ship City?
Yeah, I'm playing Richter Cerne. Used to be a guild investigator. Family wise, he has a toddler son that he left with his grandmother to take care of because his wife left him. And he also has 2 older brothers that are split around the Ship City. They're in different guilds.
Did you say you had a son? Did I hear that right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. How old's the son?
3 or 4. I've left him with my grandmother to take care of, and I send them back necessities. Don't really visit often.
Gotcha. Remember the last time you had a child in one of our campaigns?
Yeah, I just leave them to their own.
Yeah, making risotto at home.
So was that Hunter? Was we were playing Hunter the Reckoning?
Yeah,
played Hunter the Reckoning
because when we did Werewolf, there was a lot of jokes because I was a single parent as well,
right?
That also left the child a lot.
I think
at least you
somehow
had a teenager.
Everyone was kind of shocked. It was wait a second, is Long not the worst parent in this?
Yes, that was the
World
joke.
of Darkness universe we're creating.
No. I was a better parent than Long was.
She was responsible because she left her kid with the bartender.
Yeah.
Right.
And expo and the half dead things to look after, I believe, at some point later in the spoilers,
Teenager is more capable.
It's totally different. It's totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah, Longs was like 9 years old or something, or 8 years old, and like he would just dip. He would just like lock the door and dip and go on. And that's what he would do.
Keep stirring that risotto.
Yeah. Oh, it was so fun. Okay. Kipser, who you playing? Do you have any family that we should know about?
Yeah, I am playing Kef Zurzim, and she is from the Haze, which is kind of like the lower part of the chasm, and she's kind of mechanic, kind of a bit of a rogue, but part of the family business. So her family deals in sort of ship cutting and salvaging. Not necessarily everybody's diving. She's got a mother and father, so it's family business. Mother Etlia and father Wallih, Wallih.
Okay, got it. Kipser gets extra credit for actually having names.
Yeah, I went and looked at the scoundrel recommended names and pulled another 2 out of there.
So easy, so simple.
Yep,
Look at that.
Yep. I'll even post it for you, Jeff. Here you go.
Awesome. Makes it so easy. Okay. And then finally, Jeremy, who are you playing? And do you have any family anywhere on Ship City?
I'm playing Armande Loutreides. He's a young scholar and Slipstream navigator. And for my origin, I rolled the decrepit halls of an orphanage. So nope, no family for me. But fortunately, Richter, being the good, corrupt cop he was willing to use me as a little, like, snitch and spy for him. So he's kind of like a surrogate father for Armande.
I have a follow-up question for you, Jeremy.
Do
you babysit for long?
I don't know if he would let me.
I think he would.
He probably would.
But that's up to Long.
Yeah, you could. You could be like a runner, send supplies.
Okay.
Like take this back.
Okay, go take diapers to your grandmother. Okay. So babysits for Long's kid. All right.
Nice.
What about like found family? Do you have any like found family or anything?
I mean, to some extent, largely this crew. There is there's a member of a guild, Masmeron.
Yeah, I'm not talking about context. This was just like, I wasn't really so much talking about like the rolled contacts. This is a little different.
He may have some, but like from the background that we rolled up, it sounds like Richter and I had kind of had like some whole group of people that we were sort of responsible for things going sour with them. And if that's kind of where he was when he was a kid, I think a lot of his contacts that he had as a child are gone. So he's just kind of drifting and maybe like with an unhealthy attachment to this corrupt cop and the rest of the crew. He's a very high-strung and lonely young scholar.
Okay. All right. So I've got a couple cousins, names to be determined from Rador.
I have names. I've got Orsu, okay. O-R-S-U, is the same age cousin. And Miram, M-I-E-R-A-M, is the younger hanger-oner cousin.
Okay. All right.
Did you also go and look at the list for your occupation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Other esoteric names.
Yeah, so no good.
And then Richter's got some older brothers, got a grandmother who takes care of his son. What happened to the wife? Did you mention what happened to your wife? Or the mother, I should say. Sorry.
I just mentioned she left her. She left me.
Okay. All right. Left by wife. Writing that down really fast. Okay.
Okay. We'll say that there's another kid from the orphanage that I every now and then catch up with. Ubu looks like a fun name.
Ubu? Is that like the old Friday night on ABC thing? Sit, Ubu, sit.
That's exactly where I took the name from. I am amazed that you instantly knew that.
The two of you share a brain in a lot of references.
We same age, you know. We kind of grew up watching probably the same stuff. But yeah, that was like Friday nights on ABC. That was like I don't know, Full House, Family Matters, like sometimes the American Funniest and things like that. So
yeah, that's exactly where that's from.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. All right. So I have some people that will be able to flesh this out from time to time. And feel free, because you'll get some opportunities to maybe do some downtime and things here and there when you're on Ship City. If you ever wanted to bring any of them into a scene and flesh out any more of those relationships, we can totally do that. But for now, why don't we go ahead and get back in? We good? Ready to go?
Yeah.
So, first session, quick summary here. You all are members of junior members, I should say, of the Explorers Guild, and you received a somewhat surprising invitation to the funeral of Levon Najjar, who is a retired explorer, a somewhat renowned explorer within the guild, and he has died recently. And you were attending the funeral. The body was cast into the Well of Souls in Ship City. Master Mosca, who is the guild leader for the explorers, pulled you aside, and she asked you all to investigate Najjar's death. And the death had been ruled a suicide by the Zapti constables who had investigated the scene, but Mosca was not convinced that was correct. Mosca mentioned that Najjar had recently contacted her after they hadn't communicated for years, and he was rambling on about some new discovery that could, quote, change everything. But she was kind of busy and thought he was just sort of ravings of an old man trying to be relevant. But after his death, she did a little digging, and she learned that Najjar had been given access to the old archive down in the Haze, actually, in your neighborhood, Kef. And so she suggested you look into it, maybe look at his apartment, maybe take a look at the archive, see what he pulled out. And you headed to the apartment first, where you saw that there was a Zapti constable on guard, on duty there, just like watching the apartment, which was kind of curious considering his death has been ruled several days ago a suicide. So all of you snuck around back. And at one point, I think it was Rador, because of course it was Melissa's character, nearly slipped and kind of started tumbling down the chasm, which is like almost like a funnel or kind of going down to the bottom of Ship City. But you were able to manage to climb up and get through the balcony. You started looking around. You didn't really find any clear signs of violence per se, but the place was definitely in disarray. Like stuff was thrown all over the place. You went through some books. There was a blue Garuda feather that you found and a partial sketch of a tablet that had builder runes on it. There were also some like weird, odd, thin thread that wasn't quite natural. Something about it was kind of peculiar. You couldn't quite put your finger on it, that you found on some vents and some cabinets and such as well. You heard some voices outside, and that's when a second Zapti arrived, and these two women out front were talking. You managed to take that opportunity to sneak back out. You slipped off into the crowd, and that was the end of the session. So we pick up, we'll say, and you guys are still in that crowd. You are, you're moving about. You're keeping yourself as, quietly as you can. Where do you think you guys would be going next with the understanding that between the funeral, between the investigation, some travel and stuff like that, you probably have maybe like one place you can go before stuff starts to shut down. You know that the blue Garuda feather, one of the best places to ask questions about that is the bird market. But that does wind down at the end of like daytime. And then there's the old archive. Same thing though. They both kind of wind down. And so you probably only have time to really hit one of those. So as the four of you are kind of navigating the crowd, jostled here and there, feel a slight tug on a purse, maybe to like as a little pickpocket comes by that you just swat away. Where do you guys think you're going, or what are you talking about right now?
I mean, on one hand, I feel like the archive is where I would want to go. That's where I would feel comfortable. But I feel like there's probably already been like some people that have gone that way. But the feather, that is kind of like new ground that maybe nobody else has. So like that's kind of us getting in first.
I do think that is the most unique of the items that we found, leads that we had. I would agree. The bird market may be the best place for us to go next. Richter? Yep.
You're right. The market is dying down, not as busy now.
You're asking me to get more nightmare fuel, but yeah, bird market.
It'll be okay. We will keep an eye on you.
Yeah, I mean the birds can't like swarm you like all the time. Like it's.
That's not what my dreams say.
And Rador has Pyrex kind of on her shoulder, and they kind of like have their own kind of way of communicating and just letting Pyrex know we're going to the bird market.
Okay. So you guys know that Levon Najjar's apartment was on what's called the 5th ring of the chasm. Bird Market is on the 4th ring, so it's like one down. You'd have to take a little cable car down. And you would know that the old archive is down in the haze, which is much further down, basically at the bottom of the chasm. So essentially, you guys head over, you find yourself a cable car, this aerial cable car, and it starts extending, and you kind of get on the cableway that's taking you on this kind of diagonal pitch down from the upper portions of Ring 5 on one side of that big chasm in the middle of Ship City, and then across this massive hole in the middle of Ship City, and it's swaying this pod that you're in as you're moving across it. You can see, like, in the pod itself, there's these like series of these hexagonal like glass viewing panels. Some are terribly scratched or cracked, but they do offer a view of like the 4th ring and the tapering of the chasm as it continues going down and extends out in all directions. There's a lot of muted lights. You can see there's a lot of compressed like industry and markets and such. Definitely you can tell like the daytime hustle and bustle, even from up here, is starting to wind down a bit. Not only some of the markets and some of these constructed buildings, but you can also see parts of like the rock of the asteroid itself. These cliff faces that are scarred, and there's cutaways and hatches and things and other various like cosmetic evidence of like this being a very lived in cluttered place. Inside the pod, it's not too busy, but you do share it with what looks like a couple of dock workers, and they're both sort of arguing a bit here and there. One of them you can see is like pulling something out of like a little foil packet and is eating it, and they're fighting over it, but they don't really seem bothered by the giant void below them that you now are all careening over. But eventually that cable car, that cableway, it's a very short ride for you all since it's just one tier you're going down. It deposits you onto a platform that's fairly thick with foot traffic. There's people kind of coming on, getting off. And then it isn't more than a few steps before the bird market kind of announces itself, but it's first with the sound. Like you can kind of hear this mixture of hawking and screeching as the merchants are calling out various sales, and then you hear the sounds of like various screeching birds and such too. And all of it is kind of rolling out from this narrow ravine that's cut into the chasm wall. And then as you start to approach and kind of get closer, you can see like the stalls are pressing in on both sides. It's becoming kind of claustrophobic in some ways, but there's tons of light. As overhead, you see these strings of light, and these globes are hanging down from it here and there from these long chains. And some of them are like swaying a bit too. There's like kind of pendulous nature to it. So it's sort of shining back and forth. All sorts of alcoves have been carved out. You can see like cages stacked floor to ceiling, some with birds, some without. Some of them are like copper colored. Others are more emerald and gray. You can see batches here and there. Some are like still and watchful and just kind of gazing at you as you walk past. And others are really, really loud. And then there are a couple that are particularly beautiful that you can see that are perched up on these specialty posts, kind of displaying the finest wares. And many merchants and different guilders and things are busy right now. I want to go to Kef. Kef, give me an empathy roll. Yeah. So you come in here, you hear the sounds of these squawking birds.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a few of them kind of get loose and like hop above here and there, from like they leap and like wings extend and they soar down. Pyrex doesn't seem to be bothered by it at all. But there's just all this sounds of these birds. So give me an empathy roll here.
Sure. I'm definitely not happy. Yeah, that's a 0 success, and I'm not going to push it. It's 2 die.
Okay. Take 2 to spare.
Okay.
As maybe the nightmares, the memories, you want to describe what it is like that you start to have flashbacks of, as like a bird suddenly swoops, or like just from the side of you, like one of them like calls out at you.
The ones that like call out or just sit and watch there, she definitely turns and side eyes them back and kind of yells at the ones that are being noisy. And but in her mind, she's somewhere else watching, just kind of a desolated, empty bird market where there's only these birds that are coming down, like the Hitchcock Birds film, really. And they're just swarms of them here and there. And then in a distance, there is a figure that she's trying to get to that the birds seem to be ignoring.
So we just see these like mixtures between what's actually happening and then like the flashes back to what goes through some of your recurring nightmares. And like the rest of you know, Kef, and especially Richter, I think, because Richter is the one who knows a little bit about this. Like you can probably see maybe you're bringing the hood up a little bit further or something like that as the noises settle in. But you are here. It's very bustling, chaotic. You can see that there's like two bird traders off in the distance that are like almost fist fighting, like they're arguing. Like one of them has like a bird on their shoulder, and there's another one that's got a bird like propped up on their head, and there's clearly some like speculant customer like right between them, and they seem to be arguing over which one of these plumages is more beautiful and more grandiose. And like it's no longer just like two hawkers comparing wares, but it almost looks like it's going to get violent in a sec. But as you all move in here, and you can definitely tell its business is still going. What do you want to do?
Radur wants to kind of find a nearby vendor, and I'm imagining that the blue of this particular Garuda feather that we had found is of a particular hue, and so she wants to kind of strike up a conversation as if she's sort of looking for a bird that would kind of have that coloring. Excuse me.
What? Oh yes, are you in the market for a new bird? Is yours no longer serving your needs? Anadam has many wares. He has many options, and he like starts gesturing this relatively like broad-shouldered man. I wouldn't say heavy set, but he's certainly got a stocky build and this flowing, not quite golden, but definitely yellowish robe. And he's got these sideburns that kind of connect to a mustache in the middle, but the chin is still left clean. And he's just like looking out. Oh yes, this one here. And he points down, and there's like this bright yellow bird that just suddenly hops up on top of the countertop in front of you and stares quizzically at you, turning its head to the left and its head to the right. And you can feel Pyrex becoming a little bit, not jealous, but annoyed maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's immediately launches into his sales pitch.
Yeah, Anadon, nice to make your acquaintance. I, of course, I have a great relationship with this one here, and I'm not looking to replace. But I do have a cousin whose birthday is coming up, and her favorite color is this, and she'll kind of describe the hue of blue, and just absolute favorite color. And I'm thinking that I would be a good cousin if I were to find a bird as a gift that would match that color. This one is a lovely color, but not quite the right.
Has exactly what you need. Yes. Yeah. And he kind of whistles, and you can see off behind his stall, there's like a stack of cages. All the doors are kind of open, but like they're almost making like roosts inside of them. And he kind of calls out, and he's like, "Okwa, come. Don't be shy. No. Don't be. He's really not this shy. Come on. Come. And you can see like hopping out in this sort of slow, like one hop after the other, instead of walking, there is a blue bird, fairly small. Probably not quite as big as Pyrex, but fairly small, and looks kind of timid, but starts hopping out, and then hops up onto the countertop that you're looking at. The blue is not quite right. You can tell that immediately. Like sure. Yours is this like beautiful, like cerulean, this sort of bright blue. This one's more just kind of like a medium blue. It's not particularly vibrant in any way. Like there's some coloring here and there, like around the eyes and such, that's a little bit brighter, but nothing quite as long and as encompassing as the feather that you have. Here, yes, blue for your cousin. Yes. Today we have
I tell you, it is Saturday. We, for you, for your cousin, for your birthday, I will give you the birthday discount. Yes? 10% off. Eh?
I see. I see. It is, and she's sort of looking at the bird. It's very, very nice to make your acquaintance. So
Hops up closer and like lowers its head a little bit.
And she'll, kind of do the thing where you just kind of reach out, not with like pointing or anything, but just, kind of a folded finger, kind of just reach out.
And it sort of pokes a little bit here. It has this, again, these aren't, when we think of these, don't think of these necessarily as like the types of birds that we would have. They're sort of a strange phenomenon in some way, because they're
mixed with
living but constructed at the same time. It's a very peculiar creature. But it comes up and it kind of pokes a little bit, very gently, at your finger as you do so. See, he likes you. Aqua, he likes you. See, yes. There you go. Shall I write up contract now?
Find a great home with someone.
With you, yes.
My cousin though is very particular about color, and just Aqua is just not quite the right color, unfortunately.
Careful! And you can see he takes his hands and he like covers either side of Aqua's head.
Careful!
Beautiful.
He's very sensitive.
Beautiful. You know what? And he probably even more beautiful than the blue that she wants. But she wants what she wants. But I thank you for your offer. But I think I should keep looking.
15%. 15%.
It's not about dollar amount. You know how. Once there's a thing in their mind, just can't. Thank you, though. I do. Good day. Though I do think, Aqua, you will find a wonderful home. And thank you, Anadan.
Flips, turns around, and he reaches down and kind of pats Aqua. Do not worry, you're special bird. Yes, you'll find your people soon. It's around this point that, like, as the rest of you maybe are lingering about here and there, like, Richter, give me a perception test. A little perception test.
Hey,
some good rolls now. I got 2 success on it.
Nice.
You notice that, like, as you go to move away, like, you feel lighter, and there's something missing. So let me take a look at what you're carrying. Do you have any little odds and ends and trinkets on your person? You think something that maybe like hangs down from a belt, or something maybe you wear over your neck, or like maybe a bracelet, anything like that?
Yeah, I could say we have some trinkets hanging off my bag. They're like little loose metal objects. Yeah, you go to move and your back feels suddenly lighter, and you catch out of the corner of your eye that yellow bird that had first popped up has it in its mouth and is currently sneaking back around the stall to get to the other side where the cages are. It's just like very carefully, very sneaky. It was like lightning quick, but you caught it as it did so. Can I see that yellow bird there?
What? Oh, a new customer. Yes, yellow. Oh, interesting. Yes, one moment. Harvest. Yes, come here.
And Harvest like flies up like this. Unlike Aqua, like the wings go wide and they loop up and they like swoop down in this like very grandiose display, and they land in front of you. And it doesn't look like they have whatever trinket it was, like whatever little bauble that you definitely saw them take it, but now suddenly it's gone.
Yes. Are you also shopping for a cousin birthday?
What kind of operation are you running here?
What do you mean? I'm selling birds, Garuda. Yes,
it
seems quite clear.
Snatch some trinkets off my bag.
What? Harvest.
And you can see like suddenly there's this moment of like shame, like it's kind of embarrassed, like the shoulders hunched up, and then it looks back up at Anadam.
Tis like, did you steal from the customer?
And Anadam, like suddenly you hear the bird, and this little bauble emerges from its mouth and plops down.
What Well, yeah. Oh, no harm, no foul. Just a little joke among bird market traders. It's okay, it's okay. They very much love shiny things. You know how birds are. Yes, you have ones. Right there. Yes. I tell you what, as a peace offering, 15% off. Yes?
I'll buy a bird if you can tell me. It's a particular vendor here. Sells bluebirds or specializes in this kind of feather. Have you seen this before?
The feather again. I am a merchant. I am not a librarian. If you want to talk about birds and history, you must talk to Cerne.
And the minute that name pops up, both Rador and Armande, you know that name, Cerne. As you had a run-in not so long ago, Cerne Ghaffari, a woman who sometimes works in the market, but you know that she has like a little workshop up on the ridge somewhere. But this is the very merchant that you procured Pyrex from. So you overhear Anadam say to Richter, like, if you want to know, I don't have a catalog. Speak to Cerne. They know birds better than everyone else. Yes, over there. And he kind of gestures to this like kind of on the far ledge, higher up the ravine wall. You can see these little switchback paths kind of moving up between stalls, and he gestures up there. And again, this is a place that Rador and Armande know, and a merchant that the two of you know well.
Yeah, I would say Rador had stepped back a bit after she had been interacting with Anadam, and so she gives a very deliberate look at Armande.
I mean, that's of course. That's where we need to go. That's why wouldn't it be?
That was the last place that I was going to try, but all roads lead to Cerne.
You always find what you're looking for in the last place you look, right? Or something like that.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, sure. It's great. What's the worst that could happen? We should totally go talk to her. Okay. All right.
Before we head out, that yellow bird, 25%. Send it to the Baba.
25%. You are a thief. No. 25.
Drag my finger along my collarbone, revealing that feathered angel wings.
Oh, okay. So like
He's like, ooh, well, that is very beautiful. But 25%. You might be very beautiful. That might be wonderful art, but there is no way on Earth I could on Ship City, I should say. There is no way I could part with Harvest for anything less than 15%. No.
I'll find someone else then.
Oh, I think you will have a very difficult time finding a bird of such high quality as Harvest. End of Aqua? Yes, you too, Aqua. Calm down. Aqua, I said, and you. Oh, goodness, now look what you have done.
And like Aqua is just like now pouting down and like right outside their cage and like slowly hopping back inside.
Oh.
So, and then at that point, maybe another customer comes up to take Anadam's attention. What are you guys doing? What do you guys want to do next?
I think while someone's going, I think Armande's wanted to take some time with the feather if it's possible, because he's kind of wanted to look at the length of it, the thickness of the, whatever you call the thing that goes down the center of it, along with the angling of it. So he's been trying to look it over, get a feel for like, does this look more like it's a wing feather or maybe a tail feather? Trying to get an idea of like, based on the shape and size of it, like what portion of the bird it's from, and then from that extrapolate, you know, what type of bird is this probably from in comparison to that? And then also taking in consideration that this was probably belonging to somebody that had that thread that was from stuff that are people that, I forget what the term for the gear was, but it was something that was almost like old world gear. Which probably,
heirloom
yeah.
Is what it's called. Yeah.
So like trying to get a good grasp of like what type of feather this is to help extrapolate size or nature of the bird. And then also the customer would have this as also sort of person that would have heirloom stuff to kind of get a good profile of what we're hopefully looking for, like type of bird and also likely customer.
Some of that you might be able to get.
Yeah, I know
give
it's a lot,
me-
but
give me a logic test, probably. I think.
basically that's what he's been trying to go over. Logic.
Yeah, give me a logic test.
Come on, give me a good roll. I don't know if investigation would have helped with that.
Okay.
I'll take the 1.
No, I don't think so. You're not searching the area for clues. You're just sort of examining a thing.
Yeah.
With 1 success, I'll give you one piece of information. Then it definitely looks like a wing feather, like it's a feather that would be on a bird's wing.
Okay.
And the other little hint I would say is it is not a common color based on your understanding, and even just walking through the market, you don't see this color of blue, this brightness of blue. On essentially any bird that is propped up out of it, even some of the beautiful ones that are on the posts that are far outside your price range.
Okay. All right. So this was a wing feather, which means if it's about this long, looks over at Pyrex to compare, it's probably going to be a bird that's like yay-ish. So, we'll just talk to our old friend and say, hey, do you know any birds about yay size? Real fancy customers. Okay.
Yes, we may need to try to gather that sales book information. But that I do feel bad for Aqua. Pretty blue, but not the right blue. But we'll find a home. And now that we've walked away a little bit, hopefully Pyrex is sort of like eased a little bit as we're kind of walking around.
Well, and who needs to be pretty
Shopping
when you've
for
got a cool
replacements.
mohawk, right, Pyrex? Huh?
Yeah.
Pyrex has like
turns
the
to
big
you,
mohawk thing,
shakes
right?
his head a little bit, and you see like the mohawk just kind of wave a little bit.
Yeah,
It's,
today's character.
and then it just lets out like a very silent squawk, but nothing particularly loud. No. Okay. So do you guys go up to speak with Saran Ghaffari in her workshop, or do you try to do something else here?
Yeah, Kef would, patting herself down 3 times, having watched Richter's stuff getting stolen, just double checking her tools and everything, will come up behind Ridor and Armande and go, enough lollygagging? Go talk to your friend. And she'll like shove them towards Sir. I presume we've met, like as a group, whom they've got the bird from at some point.
That's up
So
to
the-
you.
Yeah, so the
two of
backstory was
you-
that we stole the bird.
Yes.
Well, we didn't steal. We just swapped, because we couldn't afford what it really cost, but didn't steal, and we've been paying it back.
We've been surreptitiously paying back. So Saran is getting money from us, but we did.
All right.
So what you're saying is if you show up with this bird, he's going to notice.
I
Well,
think
it's been quite some time that I'm not concerned with that, but she will sort of
off with you.
look
Go.
to Pyrex and if there's any friends around that you might want to say hello to, now might be a good time.
Okay, so you see Pyrex like looks at you and then leaps up into the sky, right? And like right underneath this like swaying globe. And you can see there's other birds flying around here and there. And you see Pyrex just like kind of leisurely flaps their wings around here and they're kind of ignoring the other birds. Doesn't really seem to be too interested in mingling. But you do see Pyrex eventually just start flying up towards where Saran Ghaffari, the very merchant who actually procured and sold. So the very person who would probably be their friend, they're flying up to the direction of that very workshop.
And so Ridor is just sort of like looking at Kef. I had the same idea that you did, but that was not where I was hoping they would go.
Come on
Deep
now.
sigh.
And she's just like nodding along and pushing you up there because like
You don't want to spend any more time here than you want to.
Oh, absolutely. Do not like being here.
Yeah.
Okay, do all of you want to go?
Yeah, we'll all go.
I'm making sure they go there, yes. At this
Okay, so you're
point.
just like pushing. So it's not hard to get up there. It's a far ledge. It's like this ravine wall. So remember, a lot of Ship City, it's like this hollowed out asteroid, and so there's portions around Ship City where you can actually see the rock come out. And so you start moving up, and there's a little door that is this like sort of sheet metal door that is encased within this half rock, half like reinforced doorway, and it said, and there's like a little bell that you can kind of jingle to indicate your intention to go inside. And so as you jingle that and you push the door open, you look around and it's a very tiny space. It's not particularly big. It's just a handful of spaces across. And it smells like incense, and you can see these little sticks of them burning here and there on some of the shelves. And there are ample shelves, many shelves hugging the walls, all stacked with jars and books and various tools and such. And in the far corner, there is a small workbench that's been propped up where you can see she is sitting, and she was clearly doing something as the door opens up. And as she does so, and she's like, "Oh yes, customers today, pilot." Oh. As she looks at and she sees Richter and Armande walk in, and you can see there is Pyrex perched up on the workshop, and the two of them are commiserating. "Oh, I see. It is the two of you. What was it again? Richter and what was your name? Armande. How very glorious. Well, I thought this visit was a bit curious, but what do you want?"
Well, you see, we have this. We've heard that if anyone in Bird Market were to know of a cerulean blue bird, and who might have been to purchase one, that you would know. And Richter will sort of look to Armande because he had the feather.
Oh, yeah. It was a wing feather, about this long. And we're just trying to find, like, I mean, I'm hoping the bird's not hurt, but maybe it's missing, or maybe it's not. But yeah, no, it would be a bird. It'd be about this big. Like she said, cerulean blue.
Well, you were told correctly. If there's anyone who would be able to identify such a thing, it would be I. But why exactly would I help the two of you?
We would be willing to trade or pay for such information.
Oh, well, Pyrex will come back into my possession, and I'll give you the information you need. That sounds like a very reasonable offer, does it not, Pyrex? And you see, like, Pyrex, like, it kind of hurts to see this, kind of nuzzles up against her here and there.
I was thinking other trades that might be of interest to you for such information. And Richter sort of like cocks her head a little bit at Pyrex. Anything
Pyrex
else?
Looks up at you and just sort of squawks affectionately in your direction. This like weird little, almost metallic squawk in your direction.
Oh, well, do you have any other near priceless Garuda lying around that you could trade instead of Pyrex? Because that seems to be what you owe me. I don't care what the Zapti say. They might have let you off the hook, but I have not.
No. Give me an empathy roll, Richter. But you know what? Because of our history, do it with a -2.
Ooh.
To try to see if you can negotiate an alternative to her taking your bird back. Or her
All
bird
right.
back. Or, yeah.
Yes. So empathy is my highest. So it's a 3 now instead of a 5. That is a 0 successes.
You want to push?
Yes, I do. Oh, and I lost a hope.
Okay.
Still
But you
0
passed.
successes. No, I had 0 successes and I lost a hope.
Oh, my bad. I thought it said 1. Okay. Okay. In that case, she is going to rake you over the coals,
Sure.
which it's not an even trade. And the two of you kind of negotiate here and there. It's like you throw out 100 ruka. She says 600 ruka. You say 200. She says 400. You say 300. She says 400. You say 350. She says 400. And finally, you settle begrudgingly on 400 ruka. And
Oh dear,
and she
I
said,
don't have 400 ruka. Hopefully we have 400 ruka
all of
among
you
the
together
group.
probably do. Yeah. Take a look at your monies.
Kef kind of a worn silver coin getting tossed between her fingers will just reach into her pocket and pull out 400 ruka and drop it on the table.
Wow.
Okay.
I have more than I'm not a good person. I've got a bit of a piggy bank.
Wow.
She gives you kind of a sidelong glance as you just produce it without any effort. But then she kind of appraises you for a second. It might be like maybe she misjudged you as you walked in here with your little cowl on and looking a little bit sheepish. But she's taking into consideration. Maybe like she might be giving the impression she should have asked for more as how easily you produced it.
That's all you asked for. That's my money. That's what you get.
Fair. Do you have the feather?
Yes, and thank you so much for your help.
Uh-huh. And so she'll take it and she'll take a look at it. She'll turn around and she'll like motion to Pyrex and who'll move slightly and give her some space in her workshop. She'll bring like a light over that she has to look a little bit more closely. And then it doesn't take long for her to turn around and just say, this looks like it's from the Syrah batch. 185, I think. It's quite rare. You can usually tell it's not just the color, but sometimes it's the feather structure itself. She starts to like motion with her finger here and there, patterns as well, shape, etc. But yes, this looks Syrah, found in the caves of Syrah. Armande, if you want to give me an archaeology roll, you have archaeology, right?
I don't think I have archaeology. Let me take a look.
You have a background in archaeology or something. I could have sworn. Roll logic. Just give me a logic roll.
Yeah.
And
no,
Jeff,
I've
also,
got
I can give you some
stealthy,
context.
cartographer. Yeah, no, I'll do logic.
Yeah, just give me logic because I remember you had
Good
some kind
roll.
of background in archaeology that you were thinking of doing. What were you going to say, Melissa?
While that's happening, so one of the things that we had kind of come up in our backstories is that we've been slowly trying to pay her back for Pyrex, and so we kind of sneak money into her along the way. So I'm thinking maybe we're about like a third of the way through. So while her back is turned and while she's kind of looking at this feather, I would like to try to like slip some ruka to kind of continue that
Of course.
payment
Yeah.
along.
I guess you could totally, if you wanted to do a roll, you could totally do some kind of stealth roll here. But I guess the question I would have, like, if you're trying to pay her back and you're giving her money anonymously, how does she know that this is going towards the paying back of Pyrex? I know you brought that up, but I was trying to like weave because it just didn't. Like, can you make that make sense to me?
Or maybe do we sometimes purchase like supplies for Pyrex, but we overpay?
I like that.
I could
like that.
also
Yeah.
suggest maybe you have some of the fallen feathers of Pyrex tied to the bag to indicate where it would have been associated or come from.
Yeah, I like kind of the overpaying kind of a thing, or that
Cool.
that piece of it.
Okay. So do you still want to try to like slip something in here, or
Yeah.
okay? Yeah. If you wanted to do a stealth roll, you can. And while you're doing that, how did you do, Jeremy? How did Armande?
I got one success.
Okay, so yeah, when you hear the name Caves of Syrah, like there's things you know. Like,
Yeah,
you would know
I
a
can't
little
find
bit
anything
about
that's
this. All
like
of you
specifically
might.
for archaeology. I've just got the scholar background, basically.
So yeah, I think everyone to some degree or another probably has heard stories about various delves and various ruins. Like as explorers, you would probably hear through the grapevine, especially certain ones that are fairly renowned. But as a scholar, someone like yourself might know a little bit more. But the cave of Cerne is what's called a shallows ruin. There's different categories of ruin, these delves that determine how like high or close to the surface it is, or how deep and dangerous it is, and usually kind of indicates like a greater presence of blight or things inside. So it's called a shallows ruin, and it's in the Auriga system, which is like the Ordana arm. And it was named after a particular explorer named Rabova Sira. And it was like this enormous cave that was basically twice the size of Ship City, which is not a small city by any stretch, or at least Ship City's dome, I should say. And it was like some kind of like large crystalline mural that was found, and it kind of it has long beguiled like the Navigators Guild, because there is some kind of, it's like a crystalline mural. Some people say it's just art, but others, like the Nav Guild, think it's some kind of ancient star map, and they've constantly studied it and such. But you would be able to like quickly in your mind just piece together like what the Cave of Cerne is.
Okay.
But yeah, so she mentions this. She's going through this. She throws out this term, and as you're like nodding along and hearing what she says, and she says, "These were a particularly rare batch. Most were purchased, I think, by various clandestine organizations because they have a very keen ability to produce an illusionary veil. And I think you could imagine how such an ability would be very useful to certain individuals, organizations." And then she kind of gives a sidelong at Kef, particularly certain organizations within Ship City itself. As far as I'm aware, the Black Toad, and she kind of like almost giggles at the saying that name, procured most of them, and I think certainly some well-positioned Coriolite families tried to gather the rest. Now, the money. So she like takes the 400 Aruka, and she kind of looks all at you. There, I told you about the feather.
That was very, very kind of you. And we want you to know that the Pyrex is very happy and loved and taken care of. And
that is what Pyrex says. So it does seem that at the very least you're not cretins, even though you're thieves. Pyrex does seem to speak highly of you. Because of that, for 100 Ruka more, I can tell you exactly whose bird this was. Or is. Assuming it's still alive.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Done.
And so you hand over Moruka, and she's like, "I should have asked for more. I am." And she's kind of kicking herself at how quickly you guys are just producing money. It's
that's okay. It's worth being hungry for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And you guys get a monthly stipend, so it's not like, and if you succeed at this investigation, you'll get a bonus too. So it's like there's potential money in this. It's a man by the name of Garbutilip, and he, he's not an explorer like yourselves. However, he has been known to do some delving for, and again, she kind of eyes over towards Geth as if she's sort of suspicious, for the Black Toad. Old man. Curmudgeonly sort. Yes, I would recognize this feather everywhere. Or anywhere.
Okay. That is...
Sorry, Jeff, did you say Gabo was the name?
Gar, Gar, Boutaleb. Boutaleb.
Thank you.
Gar.
Mm-hmm.
Garbutel.
Now, unless you wish to stay around and collate my shelves, sweep my floors, are we done here?
And Redour has found something here that Pyrex likes, that she has some particular like feed or like a new little bauble or something and Rodor was trying to surreptitiously sort of like manage the coins in such a way that it wasn't very obvious that she was kind of adding in more, but I failed that roll, and so it just sort of like spills out in this like obviously overdone pile of.
You're going. My goodness, girl. What is wrong with you?
And are you intending to give this to her? Like you want her to have this, right?
Yes, yeah.
She looks at it. She looks at you. Guilt catching up on you? Your conscience speaking to you?
Math was never quite my strong suit, but it's been lovely as always. Very appreciative. Thank you. And then I was looking at Pyrex.
We'll leap off and like we'll land quickly on her shoulder and like kind of peck her on the side of the head, very gently and affectionately, and then leap off again and like hop onto your shoulder. And she looks up at you. Take care of him now. Hmm?
And that wordless kind of like both the two of us kind of have the shit-eating grin that we're just nodding silently and
she's
backing
pulling
out.
The Ruka you spilt. And this, don't think that your debt is fully paid. This is just a portion. Pyrex is nearly priceless, as they say.
We are aware.
Expect regular installments.
Yes.
Significant spare time. If you need help with the shelves or the sweeping, okay. You know, on day that there's.
That's enough of that.
Okay.
We're heading out.
Yep.
No.
Oh, you were rushing us in and rushing us out, and she kind of like turning her attention to Kef as just a pleasant distraction to leave this stall.
Okay. I would almost think she doesn't like the bird market or something.
It does very, very much seem just such a rush to have the conversation and such a rush for it to be over. She was looking quite at you, Kef. Is this name familiar to you?
Would I get a roll to know Gar?
Probably not to know Gar, but you could do a roll to see if you can get a lead on where you might go to ask about Gar.
Okay.
Like that you could potentially grab. Yeah.
I was going to ask my contact, but I'm absolutely happy to roll for that.
With the contact, what you can do is you can add a bonus die to this roll. Like
okay, yeah, because I've got a Dust Runner contact from the Black Toad as well.
Sure.
So this would be insight or
insight, huh? Insight.
Logic?
I think it's an insight more for reading. So you could do like I think logic makes sense. Yeah.
logic. All right, and then a +1 bonus dice for my contact. 1 success.
Yay.
Okay, so with 1 success, then you would know that obviously the best place to go asking around about a old black toad delver would be down in Aluminum Bay. Various bars, cantinas. If you ask around, you could probably get pointed to maybe a place that he's known to hang out. But that would probably be the best place to go.
I side-eye my companions. One of them is wearing buttoned-up near cop military outfit. One of them is a small child. And one of them is fairly empathetic, and you can tell, and covered in feathers.
I mean, I'm not completely a child.
Yeah, how old are you, Jeremy?
He's late teens.
Okay, yeah, sure. Not completely a child. All right.
You were looking us up and down. I'm most uncomfortable. What are you considering?
I think we gotta go to Aluminium Bay. It's gotta hit the bars. It's you guys got any other outfits?
I mean, these are my nice clothes.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They are not, but
What's wrong with this?
You smell like a cop.
I'm not a cop. Anymore.
But I think if you just, and if Richter's okay with it, Radar will kind of go over and just like, unbutton the top 2 buttons, be like, I think that looks a little bit better. You look a little less like you. And maybe, because I imagine he has sort of the stereotype slicked hair maybe, and so just kind of like messes with the hair a little bit, I think. And then looks at Kef, perhaps a little better.
All right, let's, I think it's a bit better that way, but if we head to Aluminum Bay, we head to the bars, we got to think about where the Black Toads are going to hang out, and something like Gar is going to be down there, maybe like a tiki bar or something, because he's older, and that was popular in the ancient times.
Okay.
And so...
so your pockets.
Radara will do the opposite thing to Armande, is actually kind of like button, slick hair a little bit, and kind of go the other direction of like bringing the 2 of you kind of in opposite, then you'll both. Yes.
All right. And just like that coin is flipping between her fingers in anxiety right now, looking at you guys, hoping for the best.
You still have some left. You really do have deep pockets.
The coin she's flipping, if you get a good look at it, you can realize it's not from Ship City. It's something older.
Interesting token.
I do have deep pockets.
And Rador kind of takes that ring that she has on her kind of forefinger. And, since you're clearly concerned about this, then she hadn't been, but feels like she should. And so she kind of takes it out and gives it a sniff. Okay. All set.
All right. Let's fucking go.
Okay.
So, as you're leaving, you can see that the bird market's starting to break down. A lot of the daytime markets are starting to break down. It's fairly late in the day. You would know that you probably ran out of time to be able to do Old Archive tonight, but it would open in the morning, and you guys wouldn't have any issues getting in. You could conceivably go start asking around in Aluminum Bay and maybe trying to get a few more leads on Gar Blue Tulip. You also would probably at some point we can go back and see what your living spaces are. More than likely, you guys are staying in your shuttle, which kind of is both home and in what you use when you go on various expeditions. And I think, as far as I understand, you probably would actually park that in Aluminum Bay, as the Explorers Guild does have a warehouse down there, and they have some various resources and things, and they probably have a small little cordon off part of the dock. So there's a decent chance you're kind of killing 2 birds with one stone. So it's up to you guys, unless there was other things that you wanted to do instead. Is Aluminum Bay, you think that's your next location?
Yeah, exactly for what you said, that, we have to wait till tomorrow, for kind of the next location that she had asked us to go to is open. So
time to hit the tiki bars.
Okay.
So you guys, you leave the bird market, you get back onto the kind of the cableway. And you know that this is going to take you over towards some elevators. You got to take some elevators down to get towards Aluminum Bay. And you find yourself kind of crisscrossing on some of these cable cars, waiting for a little while on some of these platforms, as crowds starting to form, as people who are getting off and maybe going back to wherever it is they stay. Others are racing out to various cantinas and shops and different districts here and there. So like the nightlife is beginning to kind of kick in. Some of the cables themselves are surprisingly crowded, to the point like where as you're going back across the chasm to get to the proper lift, like it almost feels much heavier and starts swinging. You can hear the sounds of like drunken merriment as there's people who are already kind of starting some kind of pub crawl up here. All of you go ahead and give me a perception test as you get off this like cable car, and you kind of wait around for one of the elevators down to Aluminum Bay to open up. Yeah, go ahead.
Would I get a +1 for lookout on this roll, which is +1 base die per talent level to roll for spotting approaching threats?
Yeah, you can definitely take it for that.
Oh, actually, it's a +2. I boosted up my... I wonder why I boosted up my lookout.
I failed.
All right.
I succeeded.
Okay. Vidor, how did you do?
Failed.
Okay, so as you guys are waiting around, like in a little queue that has formed outside of this elevator to go down to Aluminum Bay, you get this strange feeling, Kef. Like you get the feeling like someone's watching you. That kind of hairs in the back of the neck feeling kind of stands up, and you start scanning the crowd a little bit, and you notice that a ways away in the midst of this, shoulder to shoulder crowd, you're scanning, and suddenly you stop, and you see that there is a face that is looking directly at you, but the face is covered by this golden mask, and there's this moment of alarm as you see this face staring at you, much like yourself. It has like a cowl or hooded robe. But you lock faces with each other. You can't see the eyes. The eyes are recessed too far into the eye sockets of the mask. But it's this sort of smooth, golden, strange face, the kind of thing that you've seen. By the way, masks are not something that you would all be unfamiliar with. Many people wear masks, especially Coriolites and things. It's very common. But you see them looking right at you, and as you lock eyes with them for a moment, they slowly just turn away and start just meandering, very calmly sliding through the different groups of people away from you right in that moment. What do you want to do?
I'm going to kind of step on Richter's foot, his toes, and then start following the gold mask person.
Okay. All right. Everyone. So you step on Richter's toes, and then you start pushing through the crowd. Richter, what do you do as she steps on your toes?
Armande, I think she sees something, and I'll follow her trail.
Yeah.
Okay. You then leave Armande and Rador. Do you two are you're in the queue? You're waiting to get onto this elevator to go down, and you see your two compatriots, Kef and Richter, just push off through back the way you came, losing their place in queue. What do you two follow, or do you just wait here?
I think she will be less stealthy if all of us go with her. So why don't we just stay here? And so Rodora will step out of line.
Okay, I will stay with you.
Okay, so the two of you stay behind?
Yeah.
What you're saying? Okay. All right. So we follow Kef and Richter. Both of you give me agility tests as you're pushing through this crowd, and you're trying to slide through them. People are kind of shoving you. Everyone's trying to get on or leave, and so it's a very crowded time as you're at this little transit hub. So both of you give me those.
3 successes.
Oh my
wow.
gosh, Long.
Wow.
1 success.
Okay. Richter, you actually overtake Kef at a certain point as you're just managing to slide through. Maybe Kef gets caught up, maybe as somebody pushes past, but you're still able to kind of keep right on Richter's tail. And you see for a moment that there is a man in a hooded robe. You can't see the face now, Richter. So, and I'm not sure if Kef has communicated it yet, but there is a man, and maybe you're pointing Kef at this figure, and you see him kind of come down off this platform, and you see him start pushing through the ongoing traffic that's coming up, and then he darts off into an alley, and you're kind of hurrying and you're rushing, and as you weave around the corner, Richter, you find yourself in this narrow alley, and you can see ahead of you there is it's a fairly long alley, but you can see there's a few dotted people lingering in here. There's definitely this one kind of skeevy looking man with his hair kind of balding a bit, and you catch it right as he's handing over a pouch of something to this very very skinny, very slender, like light-haired woman, and like she's paying over some rukas. You see a transaction kind of forming, and she quickly kind of tucks it away and scurries off. You see as there's like these 3 relatively drunken dock workers that are kind of like stumbling down the alley in your direction, and then you can see beyond them, almost outpacing you at least. You see a cowled figure beyond them, again, just weave off to the side, out of sight, just like kind of veering just into the right, just almost disappearing into the middle of the wall.
I'll dash through these people, avoid bumping into them, see if I can catch that figure.
With your 3, you don't knock any of them. You're very quickly kind of move around. Kef, like you're able to move too. It's maybe just like you're at maybe a couple steps behind.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, Richter, you arrive at where you saw the figure dart off. And there's not like a cross alley. And there's not a door. You can see that there is like a couple cracks in this structure. But you notice as you look that there is like this tiny little like piece of thread that is stuck to one of the cracks, and you can see that thread is almost like moving around in this slight little breeze. And as you look up, you can see at the very last second this dark cowl, like the tail of a robe, just disappear above you over like what looks to be like some kind of ledge far above. You can't tell if it's like a building or if it's just a cliff ledge or something, but it looks like they climbed upward.
Take a moment to observe the thread, see how much there is, if it's blocking my path.
You pull the thread down, and it looks very much like the thread that you found inside of Levon Najjar's. Like you can see it. It's got that, there's a weird tension to it that doesn't quite feel natural, but you can't quite place what it is. You guys did roll on it, but you weren't able to identify.
I'll wait for Cap to catch up to me.
Climbing? I'm right behind you.
We could still see him. Don't know why he's running from us.
Seemed like it wanted us to follow him, so let's go up.
Okay, so the 2 of you go climbing up, and I'm going to roll over your agilities. It's, again, so not an easy climb, but there's definitely like cracks and things you can get your fingers into. And you get up to the roof, this ledge, and you look around and you can see a series of like sloped rooftops here and there that are almost like parallel to like where the chasm starts to veer down. Some of them have like little paintings and such on top of them, and in all sorts of different directions. You can see that they start to spread out and veer. The problem is that you definitely see that there are people on top of these rooftops that have already started to congregate. You can hear the sounds of music being played. You can hear singing. You even see like over in the corner, like someone has actually set up like a little table and chairs, and like there's like they're almost like they're sitting down for the night to make dinner, and there's people moving about. It's not as crowded as it was below, but when you look, you don't see any signs of anyone wearing like a hooded robe. Like either like they took it off and blended in, or you've missed the next step, but you don't see anything immediately.
Do we see any of the threads up here at all?
I would say if you're specifically looking for it, no,
yes.
You don't. Okay. Like I won't make you roll. Like just looking, you look for any signs of it. No.
Take a look at the people that are around, see if they're like just like got out of active running. Maybe they're a bit tired, trying to blend in.
You can roll an insight if you like. As you start moving here and there, and there's like these little walkways that are connecting over top of like alleys that are crisscrossing beneath. So like you're making this own little level, and plus a lot of these rooftops are kind of angled a bit, and so you're a little bit careful as you're moving around here and there.
I failed, and I'm not going to push.
Okay, you go by different groups, and you can see like some sweat and stuff on them, but it looks like many of them have just gotten off work, like they're dock workers coming back, or they worked at various shops and industries. Yeah, go ahead, Kev. Sorry.
I think I would probably look for just any sort of indication from where we know that they came out in terms of them choosing a direction, like maybe a bit of a dusty footprint on the roof, or a bit of fabric that got caught, or maybe they even took off and threw their mask. Like, I'd look for indications of where they would have gone, even if we can't see them.
Yeah, so you can give me a perception test. You guys stopped, so give me a -2.
Okay.
Because you guys stopped for a bit to investigate the thread, so you're not quite up here immediately.
No,
and there is some cross traffic.
Yes. I also failed. I've got a 1, but I'm going to push it anyway.
Okay.
Nope. All right, no success.
Okay, you're looking, you're eyeing the ground, you're looking for any signs of sort of recent traffic. You're looking like especially at these little corner parts or these cross parts where like maybe a cloak got caught, and there's really nothing that really stands out. And Richter, you're going from like group to group, peering in. Nothing really stands out to you. Every now and then someone actually invites you to come sit down and like have a drink or whatever, and others are like kind of looking at you confused, like, why are you staring at them? So it's kind of a mixture of like welcoming but also a little bit wary, but none of them stand out to you as trying to hide their face, and none of them are wearing masks. You don't see any Coriolite golden kind of masks around here. No. While the two of you are off doing that, let's go back to the platform where both Armande and Rador. Now, did you guys get out of line to like wait for the two of them to come back up?
Or do we want to go ahead and go to the tiki bar? Like we could do this. Like we could, you know.
She definitely thought that we couldn't. So if we go ahead and we succeed, we're showing her.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yes. They're going to
be your motivation.
come back and say, look at what we found, and we will say, indeed, and look what we found.
I mean, I just bought this suit jacket like a couple days ago. I have to like. There's no reason not to go out. Like they maybe like they might even serve me. That would be pretty cool. Like,
Well,
CD bars usually don't really care.
Very true. Very, very true. We should do this. We can do this indeed. And so Rador kind of straightens up a little bit, and we'll try to like, we were in line and we stepped out of line, and we're going to try to do the thing where we like get right back into the line that we were just in and see if we're allowed back in or not, or if we get dirty looks and we have to like go all the way to the back of the line.
Give me high or low.
Low.
High or low. Okay. So yeah, you they let you back in, or maybe someone doesn't even notice that you got out of the line. Maybe it's that tight as I wrote the two. Okay. Right as the two of you are about to step onto the lift, Armande, you feel a sudden, like, small prick on the back of your neck. This little burst of pain suddenly shoots through you.
What is the matter with you?
I don't know.
And then Rador, as you look at him as he says that, you see above him, suddenly disappearing up on some kind of thin thread, you see what looks like a small metallic spider that's just disappearing up on some thread higher and higher, to the point where it like suddenly hops on top of like the lift, this little lift car, and you see it like scatter inside of some vents.
Oh dear. You appear to have gotten. Let me take a look at that. Oh dear. What context do I put this in? Do I think this is something that I have no idea what this is? Do I put this in the context of?
This is not a normal thing. There isn't a species of metallic spiders that infest ships.
I'm not here or here so much, but right in here.
And Rador will kind of look at his neck. Oh yes, I. Is it right And I kind of doing the poking thing. Does it hurt here?
Yeah.
Does it right here?
It doesn't hurt.
Here.
Yes.
Yes. I don't understand. It looked like and looking at the thread, is the thread at all familiar?
Yeah, as you pull like maybe a little touch of thread that gets caught in his hair. It definitely looks like something you've seen before. And as you're holding that, Armande, I need you to roll a strength test.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good.
Is that your best? Strength your best?
Second, logic is my best, but strength is actually pretty good.
Okay.
But I can't roll
like
for anything in this game so far.
You know how it works?
God.
If it's
You know what?
high
I will.
amount
I
of
shouldn't.
dice, it's a bad sign. If it's a low amount of dice, it's a good sign.
Oh my god. I am down to 1 hope already.
3 hope
Dear
lost.
Lord, every time I push,
0 successes and 3
I lost
hope
3
lost.
hope on that. Oh, why do I bother? But I want to.
Because that's the game.
As you start talking, your mouth starts to kind of numb a bit and slur, and then your jaw just kind of locks up in place. And as you reach your hand up towards your mouth, you realize your arm is actually not moving, and you find yourself suddenly slumping and falling down to the ground, unable to really move here. Rador, do you catch him?
I try to catch him. I definitely try to catch him as he falls.
You catch him. It's fine. You grab him and just slowly lower him to the ground as like the crowd starts to back away a little bit at this point. And you see Armande is laying there on the ground. And you can hear him like mumbling a bit, but you notice that his arms aren't moving. Like he's not moving his arms. He's not moving his legs. As Armande, you cannot move or perform any actions for one stretch.
Okay,
Oh.
we can still do this. You got
I
this.
don't know.
You
No,
sit me
don't.
somewhere. I'll watch.
No.
Okay.
Is he okay? Is this man? Is he sick?
As you she's just like some random person sitting next to you on this platform, and other people are like, has he been drinking? It's a little early to be this gone.
No, I
There's
think
many hours left.
we're going to need assistance. We're going to need assistance. I'm not sure what happened, but this is
Get him out of the crowd. Give him space. Everyone, give him space. And like, there's like people complaining because you're like holding up the line. Like you're guys literally. This happened right as you're about
in
to
line.
step on the elevator.
Yeah.
You should use it.
No, we will. Yes, we will get out of the way. So
Get
sorry
him
to
out
be
of
an
the way.
inconvenience.
Just drag him off to the side already. Come on. I got
with-
places to go.
With
I'm so sorry.
dignity.
We have
with
theater tickets.
I'm sorry.
you don't need to
And so
apologize. And just
You and
trying
this
to
other
like
kind soul is helping you. Like, it's okay. He probably just ate something that he shouldn't have, or drank too much. Maybe too much wine. Did you start early today, my friend? Did you start early? And he's like, kind of like start tapping either side of your cheeks to try to see if you're awake.
Maybe allergy?
must have been an allergy to
An allergy?
something.
Oh,
I don't-
sure. That is okay. Perhaps did you come in contact with something today that you're not that you're allergic to?
Yeah, I just bought this suit. Maybe I'm allergic to the fabric.
The fabric. Oh, okay. Well, this is a very nice suit. Yes.
No, it's not. I got it for cheap. I'm poor. So broke.
Wealth is not the only measure of a man. Don't worry. That you're going to be just fine. Just fine. Yes.
You're nice. I
Are
like
you
you.
his? Good. Are you his friend? Your wife? Was the
Friend.
Yeah,
Friend.
yes.
yeah. I'm 16.
Just
You crazy? I'm not married.
mother? Perhaps.
You're old. You're my mom.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your assistance.
Of course.
Don't let us interrupt your lovely evening any further.
Are my lips getting bigger?
His lips are a little blue. I noticed.
I've got it from here. Thank you. Much appreciated. And I would like to try to locate some type of medical assistance or something along those lines.
Sure. Do you want to leave him here then? Like maybe you find like a bench or something that you just plop him down on. You just throw him down the side of the chasm. He just ragdolls all the way down to the haze.
Oh dear, I've got this is not. And she's going to sort of.
I'm just going to sleep it off. You do what you need to do. You got this.
This is, and she's going to kind of whisper in his ear. I saw what I'm not sure that I saw what I was sure that I saw, but it looked as if it were a mechanical spider of some kind. Remember how we were discussing the thread that we saw at his home? The spider came down on thread just like that.
I was just about to go sleep. You're going to give me metal spider nightmares like Kef has. I don't want spider nightmares. Damn.
Well,
I'm just going to take a nap now.
I do need to make sure that I can get you some medical assistance. This is just not okay. Kef and Richter are going to find something. We found something out. You being whatever just happened to you was something that we learned. We did not know before that there were such things, and I wonder if it was targeted. I wonder if this was at you specifically, or if you just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Could someone really be on our tracks already? Are we doing such a poor job? Armande?
We're important. They knew we were the threat.
That's very concerning. We've only been trying to figure this out for a very, very, very short amount of time.
It was the cape that gave me away.
Whoa, dear. Okay.
I'm gonna sit down. You go. I'm good.
If anyone asks you food, you ate bad appetizer. Yes.
It's bad mustard.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
I'm gonna sit here. You go. I'm good.
And Redora is regretting splitting the party at this point, and needs to try to get some.
Descend off the platform, see if you can find someone nearby. Okay, so you start looking. Let's cut back to Richter and Kef, who are still atop the rooftops here. You look around and you just find no signs, no tracks, no clear. You've been gone probably for 20 minutes or so between climbing and racing and running and looking around. What do the two of you want to do now?
We've lost him, Kef.
Yeah. Head back in.
They're waiting on us.
I was definitely weird that mate showed up like that. Anyway, let's head back. I know, I'm still using it.
Okay, so
Nobody knows
you start work. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, so you guys are going to start working your way back, you said?
Yeah, we lost the trail. Yeah. I might collect because I collected it from the apartment building, so I might quickly grab some more of the thread from in the alleyway as well.
Yeah, there was that tiny little piece of thread that Richter grabbed. So if you wanted to collect it from Richter, as the two of you start climbing back down, like it's a little bit more treacherous on the way down as it was on the way up, but you hop down into this alley and you start working your way back. You can see that the dude who was dealing the Sira leaves or whatever it might have been, or the Arash or something, you can see that they've moved. And you kind of hear the sounds of the hustle and bustle. When you're about halfway back to the main thoroughfare, you hear a voice.
Well, hey there. What's a pair of folk like you doing out this time of day?
and it's coming from behind you.
We're just headed out looking for a drink. What about you?
When you look over, you can see like there's one dude out in front. His hair is kind of tousled. He's he's definitely got not like a full beard, but like this scraggly looking beard to it. And he's the one who's talking. But then there is this like Weasley looking guy that's fairly thin, big nose. He's like, oh, these two nosy fools. Look at them. Looks like they're just poking around down here. Crossing, looking at things that maybe have nothing to do with them. Now, why would they do such a thing like that? Oh, I don't know, Bob. Maybe someone told them to go poking around in things that they shouldn't have been poking around in. And like the main guy like steps forward. He's like, is that true? You two being told to poke around in things that you're not supposed to be poking around in?
You got anything for us if we are?
And you see like he pulls out this knife and it's not a particularly fancy looking knife, but he pulls it out. So maybe I do. It's been a long while since I stuck someone. Maybe today's my lucky day. What do you say, Chip? I don't know, bub. And then you see you feel like a shadow kind of pass by now behind you. And you see a third individual steps forward, and they too have a knife now brandish. And so there's two behind you, so to speak, one between you and where the street goes up towards that platform. And this like third is like this big hulking muscular woman, and she's like, we don't like looky-loos. We don't like looky-loos at all. She pulls this knife, and then she like starts charging at the two of you. We're going to go into our first initiative, actually.
All right.
We're going to do our first initiative.
This is not a lucky day
combat.
for her.
Yeah, it's been a rough day. Okay, so let me get a few of these. So the way that combat works in old Coriolis is not unlike the way it works in a lot of other Year Zero engine games. We draw cards, 1 to 10. The lower the number that you draw, the earlier you go. On your turn, you basically get to move and do an action. Some actions are reactions, so they might occur outside of your turn. So keep that in mind. Common actions are obviously things like attacking and whatnot, but there's other things that you could potentially do as well. And you can also, if you don't like your position specifically, you can always like hold your action, which basically means trading the card with whoever's further, like somebody who is further down in the initiative than you are. So let me go ahead and get you all into that. Okay. And so I'm going to say that it's the big hulking woman gets the 3. Unfortunately, all of these people get to go before you as they're going to lunge in your direction. Okay. Let me get a few things situated here. All right. So which one's going to go? Who are they going to go for? All right. They're going to lunge. So this lady's going to lunge. This big old muscular lady is going to lunge at Richter. So Richter, here we go. So should we go? We can go through some more descriptions, by the way, of, let me see if I have it in here, of like the different actions you can take, since this is our first time. One sec. So yeah, on your turn, when your turn comes around, you get a move and you get an action. Various things are also free actions, like switching out a gun or something like that, or getting up from prone. So there's things like that. But free actions are draw a weapon, change position, which is like throw yourself to the ground or get up, drop equipment. So if you're carrying something, drop it, shout, maneuver. So that's like a crew roll kind of thing. And then actions include a close combat attack, shooting a ranged weapon, doing a throw weapon. Reloading is also an action. First aid is an action. Decontaminate. This is like for like basically like a heal thing for different stuff. Running is an action. Blocking is a reaction. So you could potentially block a melee attack but if you decide to do that, that takes up your action for that turn. So when it comes back around to like that's your turn, like you're done. You can dodge a ranged attack, but again, that would take up your turn because it's a reaction. There's also like grapple and various other things. But if you have the PDF open, take a look at page 59. You can see the full list. There's zones and movements. Right now, everyone's essentially either in short or engaged with you. Range isn't really going to be too much of a factor in this one, but range categories are engaged, short, medium, long, and extreme. So she's now going to throw herself into engaged, and the other two are in short. So they're all in very close proximity to each other. I'm not going to say that the zone is particularly dim, so we're not going to add any extra penalties or something like that on it. So with that in mind, Richter, she's lunging at you with this knife that's glinting in the globe light above. Do you want to try to block this?
No reaction.
Okay. All right, here she goes. All right, let's see if I can do this in our Foundry thing. Dagger. I'll do a public roll so you can see it.
Ooh.
All right. That is 2 successes, so 3 damage to you. And this is going to go off your health. You know that you have like health to, like to.
Yeah, I'm seeing if I have armor because I have a small shield if that matters.
Yes, that does. So if you do have armor, that armor you roll, and you can click on your character sheet to roll your armor, and that could potentially reduce the amount of damage you just took.
I'm so excited that I am not in danger in this combat and get to see our first combat.
You just went off completely on your own. You might be in the second combat. Did you find it?
Well, I'll be excited then too.
The small shield. I don't know if there's a stat or not. It just says bonus. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I think it's clickable. Hang on. Let me pull it up for you. So if you look at
if
combat...
it says bonus, I wonder if it's like a bonus to doing a block instead of reduced damage.
Maybe, yeah. That makes sense. Then I'll just take the...
Yep, small shield is used to block or dodge only.
Yeah, yeah,
gotcha.
Your armor would have been your delving suit, but you don't actually have that on. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you're taking 3 points of damage.
Ooh.
Go ahead and take that.
What's your max health there, Richter?
I have 11 max, so I'm pretty healthy.
All right. That's good.
So you're okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not okay. I just got stabbed, but yeah.
Okay. So if you
only a small knife.
So then there is critical damage. So this thing has a crit range of 2. The crit threshold of 2. You took 2 damage, right? So I think you actually get crit because the way crits work. Let's see if I'm just going to read it.
So it says crit threshold 3 in Foundry.
So normal damage points represent fatigue, bruises, etc., painful to be sure, etc. Critical injuries represent much more. If you suffer damage in a single instance after any reductions for armor and cover equal to or higher than the crit threshold of the weapon, you suffer a critical injury. And the crit threshold was a 3, and you just suffered 3 damage, correct?
That is correct.
Crit
okay, so you're going to have to roll a critical injury right off the bat.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so I think check
Your
out
table for this.
Should be
We are
a table.
taking the system out for a spin.
Let me make it visible to you all. All right, yeah, go over into the roll tables under combat and hazards. There should be a critical injuries table. If this is like... Okay.
Right off the bat, broken ribs.
Wow.
Okay, so she just lunges forward and just jams this knife right into your ribs. And maybe it's not so much a stab, but you just feel like the full force of it like cracks. So this is not lethal. You do become exhausted and dazed, and it's going to take about a week of heal time for you to get rid of it. So I think you can actually drag from the chat window where it says broken ribs onto your sheet. I think it'll actually... you can drag it where like the little suitcase shows up.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Fantastic. So that is that big lady's turn. Then the so with the 4 is going to be like there was like Chet and Bub or whatever. So I'm going to say like this little guy, the skinny weaselly guy, he's going to step forward And then he's got his choice of he's going to go for Kef. All right. So Kef, same question. Do you want to block or do you want to risk? You want to just risk it?
I am going to risk as well.
Okay. I think it makes sense. All right. Public roll for this. Okay. I do succeed. I do have one success. So it's going to be 2 damage in your direction. So they come up and they slash you. It's not a crit, but they slash you a little bit. Okay. And then, so the 5 of you are basically in this little knife fight in this alley. And then the third and final one, which was like the guy who actually started the talking with this scraggly beard, he'll be the one who steps up next. And he is going to target, Kef again. So he is also targeting Kef. Same question. Are you good? Okay. Good.
Sorry.
So, all right, here we go. All right. So he comes up, and this time, like he tries to slash, and you're able to kind of step backwards a little bit, and it misses, and he kind of stumbles a little bit out of balance. Then we come to Kef. Kef, it's your turn. You see Richter to the side of you just took a terrible stab, and and quickly is like leaning over towards where he got stabbed. You yourself, maybe a little bit of blood, but nothing too terrible. What do you want to do?
She'll just like wipe some blood off of her face and spit on the ground. All right, mate. That was a mistake now. And she's going to pull out her flamethrower, which is...
Oh, God.
Holy crap! That escalated.
Oh, my.
Sorry, flamer.
Do you carry your flamer with you everywhere you go?
Absolutely.
We just came from a
Okay,
funeral.
Yeah, we don't even...
I don't trust people. I have created a paranoid little street person. Of course I carry my flamethrower with me.
Oh, my word.
So just describe what it looks like as you get it ready, because I want to make sure it makes sense. Like, so what does it look like as you brandish your flamethrower?
Oh, my goodness. What? Don't you have like a shotgun or something else?
No, I think it's fine. It's probably just like you probably have like a pack or something, and you just sort of pull the.
Yeah, like it's probably
it's tag. It's not like
built
an auto
into my backpack or something, where it's just like a canister in my backpack with a little hose that comes out of it, and so I like grab the hose from the side. It doesn't look like an obvious flamer or flamethrower, but she pulls out like just a little Zippo lighter, lights it up, has this little hose in front of her, and sticks it in front, and it lights up in front of her. It is an engaged range, which these two guys have engaged me with. They are both right next to me. I think I can only shoot one of them.
Effect. Yeah, I think it's a single target. Yeah,
but in my mind, it's regardless of the outcome of this roll. Right now, it looks really cool. Now we'll find out
what we see in Kef's mind versus what actually happens.
Yeah. Okay, so now to do the combat,
you would click on the icon for the weapon, like not the name, but the actual icon of the weapon on the left-hand side. That was working for me.
Oh, it's not working for me. I'm clicking on the icon.
Are you on the combat page? Or are
I
you
am on the combat page.
Is it equipped at hand?
Oh, good question. Equipped at hand. There we go. You are correct. Yep. There we are. I will attack. Yeah. I don't get any bonus dice for like coolness or anything.
No.
Super coolness bonus. I am going to push, even though this is going to lose heart or hope. Nope, that's -2 hope. So they managed to dodge this.
Okay, or maybe the flamer just doesn't click on. Maybe you get it out and like you're going to hit it and it just doesn't like click on, like whatever the ignition key in it, just like, and they just look at you and they're just kind of laughing at you. Oh yeah, we clearly are the ones who made the mistake. Yeah. Okay,
that's definitely the like in her mind is this image of like them just going up in flames, cool. And then what actually happened is just the like click
for sure,
click click.
Okay, you do get a movement. So do you want like it does? It's not a movement to get it out of your bag. So like that was free. So you could move if you wanted to start moving. It's up to you.
I'd stick close to Richter for now. Like I don't have a good reason to really like unless we're starting to run together. She'll stick with him.
Okay. And then it comes to Richter's turn with the broken ribs, with this big old muscular lady bearing down on you. What do you want to do, Richter?
I think she broke a rib. I'll pull out a pistol, shoot her point blank.
Oh,
Okay.
We are the two with like a lot of weapons. We're the two characters that are pretty decked out.
Yeah, you guys are totally fine. Should be
You
no
guys
issues
brought
whatsoever.
weapons to a funeral?
Yes.
I think it's perfectly fair to say you guys carry like small weapons on you and stuff.
I just brought a book.
And look what happened to you. You're now dying by poison.
Lesson learned.
oh no.
Richter. So you said you're pulling out a pistol and you're firing. Okay.
Yeah. So I do have the broken ribs -2. It
Yeah.
looks like the pistol gives 3, so I'll do a roll here.
Mm-hmm.
A lot flew out, but I got no successes. It looks like I can push though.
You absolutely
You
can
did
push
get a 1,
Okay.
just as a warning.
But two things, not just a 1 on the base dice, but you got a 1 on your gear die. So if you do roll this, your pistol will be taking damage. Just so you know. That's what that pink gear sign is. You found.
Oh, and then pushing this will be a hope damage if I do.
It would also be a hope damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't.
No matter whether it's the first roll or the second roll, ones will always count if you push. So
Okay, so I'll not push because I can't take the hope.
okay.
And this flavored as warning shots, and then I'll back up to medium or whatever distance is away from
Okay.
close.
Do you want to try to push towards where the street was that goes up towards the landing for the elevator where you left your friends, or do you want to just book it down the other alley? I will say that the woman who stabbed you, she was kind of blocking the alley in the direction of the elevators, but the other two are blocking the opposite direction. They were kind of like hiding in the shadows, waiting for you to pass.
I'll go back to where the 2 were if the bulky woman's in the way.
When I say they're black, I just mean it's not like so narrow that you couldn't get past her. I'm just saying those are the different directions.
Oh, gotcha. I'll start running in the elevator direction where a bunch of people are.
Okay, so we'll say you take your movement, you take your normal movement to try to make progress towards the road. I would say because it's just a regular movement, probably doesn't get all the way to that kind of cross street that leads up to the platform. But at the very least, you kind of you put a little distance, and depending on how the next draw goes, that could be very useful for you. So let's go to the next round. Draw again. Unfortunately, you're getting very unlucky as this muscular woman once more gets to go first, and she sees you fleeing, and I think she's going to try to chase you down. I think she's going to race after you, like, where you going, sweetheart? And then she's racing after you with her movement, and then she's going to take an attack. Do you want to do block, or are you going to let it go through?
I'll block this time. I'll try with my shield.
All right, go for it. So give it a roll. It's just basically whoever gets higher, more successes, so to speak. Public roll. Okay, I've got the 1, so you need to get 1 or more successes to be able to block this damage or block this attack.
This will be a strength, right?
Yeah, I think it's strength to block and agility to dodge. And then you get your bonus because you said you had a shield. What does it look like, this shield? Is it like something on your forearm that you put up? Or is it
a small
like,
little bracer that pops out, expands on my wrist.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so she comes at you again, and you quickly swing your arm out. And
I got a 1 as well.
At the very last second, you manage to get that bracer, that special bracer you have, extends, and you feel as the force of her stab goes into your forearm. It still pushes like your arm back into your ribs, which kind of hurts, but it doesn't actually. It actually blocks the stabbing damage. And at this point, you're just a handful of feet now. Like you're like 1 movement effectively from the street. You can even hear the sounds of people like gasping as like. There's now a handful of folks like looking down this little alley and seeing this fight break out. And that was your turn, unfortunately. So like that does take your turn, and it's gonna then turn to the other two who are back with Kef still. Unfortunately, they get to go before Kef does. So yeah, they're just gonna focus on you, I think. Do you want to block, or do you want to let this? You're gonna risk?
I'll risk it again.
Okay. So give it a roll. Oh my goodness. Terrible roll as they go to stab. But the two of them, like, they're not like the greatest of fighters. They just look like big, thugs, and
You laugh
they're
at
like
me, and
stumbling
then
over off each other.
can't even hit me back, you fucking wankers.
And then the next one goes, who's the guy who had the scraggly beard. He's like, "You call me a wanker? You're a wanker.
You're a bigger wanker."
I'm
also not blocking again.
Okay, so gosh, part of me wants this to be this has to either be a really bad roll or a really good roll. If it's just an average roll, that would be kind
either
of
irritate the crap out of him or he misses again.
Okay,
he gets another one in. He slashes once more. That's 2 more damage to you. Okay, and at this point, he's fired up. His face is red. He's breathing heavily. Like spit is kind of flying out. He's missing a few teeth, and it comes back to you. What would you like to do there, Kef?
I will. I'm going to use my action to try to light them up. At least the one that hit me, I'll light him up in retaliation. Okay. Hopefully. Yes. Okay. 2 successes.
Okay, so I was
and that is the crit threshold if he doesn't have armor.
Yeah, so I just want to look up the fire bit for you because, if you look at the description, it talks about fire. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I just got excited about having a fire.
Does the flamer have an intensity score on it?
Let me expand this. It says fire 2. Okay. So intensity, page 71.
Yeah. So I have it right here. It's 71 in the PDF. So a typical fire has intensity of 6 to 9. When entering a burning zone or starting round 1, roll a number of base dice equal to the intensity. For every success rolled, you suffer 1 point of damage. Body armor has its normal effect. And so yours only has a 2?
Yes.
Seems really low.
I mean,
Man,
it's
you made
a
it sound like this thing was you made it sound like it was awesome.
Yeah. Again, I did say it was a small backpack. It's not that big. Armor. It's not that big. It's 1 person.
They do not have armor. So how much did you say? How much damage did you say you do?
I did 3 damage, and then the crit threshold is 3 as well.
Okay. 3 damage. Okay, so that's gonna crit them. Sure. Yeah, you can roll a crit.
I think you have to click it. I don't know. I don't have a clicky button.
I'm sorry, a clicky button?
Clicky button. It's a technical term.
There's a critical, in the roll tables, there's a critical injuries table you can roll from.
Okay. Combat hazard, critical injuries. I see.
For some reason, I'm thinking back to Alien. No, remember, I think fire doesn't. We'll look it up later. Go ahead.
Oh.
Broken arm.
So
somehow.
Yeah, so you torch their arm to the point where it's literally on fire, and they start waving it around. And in the process, it smacks against the wall, and you just hear this crunch, and then they scream even louder as this fire engulfs their arm. Okay. Do you want to move at all? As you see, Richter has started running towards the road. Or the
I'll kind of keep the guy that I haven't injured in sight, but I will start moving back towards the mouth of the alley, following Richter.
Okay, so you move and you basically catch up. You're a little bit behind where the big muscular lady that is chasing down Richter is. Okay, next round. Let's see. Man, I am just getting so great with my initiatives. As this is,
you are.
Who goes first? The person with the burnt arm, I think, is going first. So the person with the burnt arm is going first. I'm going to say that they are back there trying to put the flame out, and so they don't chase. And so that's their turn. But the muscular lady is just really fixing for long for Richter, and she's gonna take another slash at you. Richter,
take him on a date first before you go after him so hard.
say to Richter as he's got broken ribs and he's bleeding profusely from his.
Sounds
Okay.
like a
What do you wanna do?
Klingon date to me.
I'll let her have this one.
Okay, she's gonna roll.
Let's risk it.
All right. Okay, that worked really well the first time. Oh, got it again. It's a fail. Sorry, I thought I got a success on there. That's a fail. So good risk. She slashes again. Maybe she hears the sounds of Kef and she looks over her shoulder and like that distracts her at the last second. There's now a crowd beginning to form at the mouth of the alleyway. Rador, give me a perception test.
All right, I can do that. Got a pretty low perception, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Nope.
Okay. You as you're kind of going from door to door, like all these different shopkeep areas, like these, you're looking for any signs of like a doctor in the area, somebody who can help. And there's crowds on the street. Like you hear hooting and hollering and stuff. It's like people are shouting.
Need help.
You hear the sounds of. Yeah, you see like a couple Zapti constables like running down the road in your direction, and then as you're like calling them for help, they run right past you and they completely ignore you as they're running towards the elevator. Okay. Then it is Richter's turn. Richter, you let it go. What do you want to do?
I'll take running to do 2 movement.
Okay, so you race out into the street, and like there's people who are kind of blocking the entrance to the alley, going to the little walkway that goes up towards the platform. But as they see you racing, you're bleeding. Like they kind of step off to the side and like, what's going on? And then you race past them into like this public walkway. Then we come to Kef. You can see that Richter has gotten away, but you are in the alley. It's just you and these 3 thugs. Do you follow Richter, or what do you do?
Yeah, she's going to stow the weapon. She is going to try kind of to okay, so stealth isn't an action option. She is just going to do a straight double, a run. Run all the way.
Okay, so you run as well. So
Yeah.
the 2 of you bolt out of the alley. You start kind of pushing and through some of the crowd that's formed. Again, they kind of let you go at a certain point. You hear the sounds of people like calling for like Zapti and constables and stuff and like pointing down the alley. And some of them are kind of pointing at you, but more of them are pointing down the alley. And as you're running up the steps towards the platform of the lift itself, like you're looking around, you're bleeding, Richter, your ribs are killing you. You've got some cuts on you, Kef. And you don't see any signs of Rador, but you do hear like the sounds of someone saying, "Is he dead? Is this man dead?" And you look over, and there's like these two guys that are standing over top of a bench off to the side, and you see there's Armande laid out in it, not moving, and those 2 men are like poking him and trying to see if he's dead, and you have no sight of Rador. And that's where we're going to go ahead and end for tonight. And we'll pick up in that moment when we start up our 3rd session.
Oh my gosh. That's a cliffhanger. Oh my goodness.
All right. Awesome.
My main weapon is a flamethrower.
Yeah. It would sound like you guys
tiny little flaming gun.
Pulled and it's like a taser. Like you just
I'd say it did a lot of damage. I just said it was lit things on fire.
Man, you sold that so good. You intimidated me. I was like, oh shit. Like, oh wait, never mind. Just like threatening them with a
Eventually,
big
I'll buy
lighter.
a proper flamethrower. They're expensive, even for me.
No, that's cool. They didn't follow you at least, so you guys did get back towards where your friends were. But lots have probably got a broken rib. One person's paralyzed. You got some blood coming down from you from a couple slashes. Cap. Rador seems fine. Rador's great.
Rador's just crestfallen that she was seeking assistance and didn't get it.
Yeah.
But oh dear, oh my goodness, mechanical spider bit my friend.
Yeah, so we got to try out a little mini combat, which is nice. It's a couple things.
We're at injury already. God,
right
Yeah.
off the bat. First one.
Week
You're-
long.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You didn't want to block, and he took it right off the bat. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always
Okay.
the choice when it's like, well, it takes your action. So then do you like hopefully block and maybe not, or do you stay offensive?
Yeah. It's a hard choice, but I like the choice. I like the fact that there's the choice. Okay, so that's it for us. We'll pick up with this next time. Let's do a couple closing plugs. Next stream on the docket is another Free League game this Saturday. We're going to be playing some One Ring. We just started up our campaign of that. It's the second time we've run a big campaign for One Ring. You can see myself, Melissa, and Long in that. Monday we should be doing some We're in Danger, game that I've been tinkering with and making for a while. Top row is usually in that. Jeremy, Melissa, and myself. And then what do we got on Tuesday, Kipser?
We have some Wild Sea. We're going to start sort of chapter 2 for our Sailors of the Verdant Sea. It'll be good.
Fantastic. And then we'll be back next Thursday with more Coriolis. And I don't really usually ask this kind of stuff enough, but I've been told that I should do this more frequently. But if you like what you're watching and listening to, do that whole subscription thing, or hit the thing to follow or the bell or whatever the hell it is, or drop a review or a like or something. Just be nice and do something measurable to affect metrics. I've been told that I don't do that enough. So there, I did it. You happy? That's it for us. We're going to get out of here. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Later.